Hey, welcome back to No Hype Beer Reviews. Unless it's your first time, then welcome. Please consider subscribing. If you do, hit the notification bell, daily updates. This is today's video. Beer's courtesy of Michael. Thanks so much, Michael. Really appreciate it. He just sent me a big box of beer. This is the first one I'm reviewing from it. So this is Queen Machine Azacca. Queen Machine Azacca is the first entry in our series exploring concentrated lupulin pellets. During sensory analysis, we found these hops to be incredibly expressive with true-to-type character and no vegetal or overly abrasive notes whatsoever. The beer pours a beautiful hazy yellow color in the glass and expresses concentrated notes of pulpy orange juice, sun-kissed tropical fruits, and overripe clementine. Queen Machine Azacca carves out a distinctive and highly enjoyable space in our lineup. We are excited for you to enjoy it. 8.1% ABV, canned like 3 weeks ago, which is I'm happy about that. And Dynamite with a Laser Beam, which I think is a lyric from that Queen song, Killer Queen. She's a killer queen. Is that a really good Freddie Mercury impression? Isn't it Killer Queen? Killer Queen, right? Anyway. Does Queen have a song with Queen in the name? Killer Bee? Whatever. Pouring it into a non-pretentious proper glass. Although their new glass is really sick. Burnt orange. So it definitely looks like that New England style double IPA hazy thing where I say it almost every time. It's got that burnt orange. A little bit of yellow. I guess I poured it aggressively. I didn't think it was that aggressive. Right now it's sitting at 3 fingers ahead. It's white with some like yellow tan mixed in with it. Small bubbles. They're starting to break up a little bit, but definitely they're not tiny bubbles, but they're not quite medium. As they're breaking up, there's a couple medium forming, but I'd say that's like classic small bubbles. Let's get the aroma. Yeah, I get that clementine orange thing, but then I do get like earth. Yeah, like just like an earthy, approaching dank. The tropical, it's not pineapple. Man. Yeah, that's interesting, because it's not like... It's like mango, but not exactly like mango. It's not quite pineapple, but it's like pineapple. It's really interesting. I remember the last time I had an Azacca hop. I don't know if this is only Azacca, if Azacca is the main hop, if they always have a base recipe, then they add a different hop every time. I don't know, like on top of it. But yeah, there is this nice, kind of just pleasant earthiness balancing out this generic tropical, but that orange is unmistakable. Yeah, it's like, it's tropical, but then when I try to think of specific fruits, it's like almost that fruit. So weird, it's interesting. And I wonder how much of this is, with Mosaic, I get blueberries or whatever, so like when you smell that thing, you taste that thing, that's like the only thing you could say that is blueberry. So I'm wondering with like Citra and how I get mango in that, if I'm like, well, this isn't that can't be mango. Like I wonder how much of it is just in my head because of other hops I've had that are kicking out what I'm associating with what those smells are. And this is not adjacent to those smells, but just what this hop kicks out. I'm really in my own head right now, but putting it out there for the world to see. So enjoy that, everyone. Cheers. Thanks again, Michael. I do get some astringency, so like they made a point to say no vegetal, no astringency, right? Was that the 2 things they said? Oh, they used the term abrasive. Okay. orange zest, kiss of mint in there. But yeah, the orange it's there's some real orange, but it's very zesty. As I'm talking, it's kind of transitioning into more of a grapefruit thing, but it definitely did start as orange. Yeah, there's this nice. It's interesting. I'm kind of actually glad I went off on that related, but a tangent. Like Citra, I'm getting mango and peach. It's a hair different than I'm used to, with a heavy dose of apricot. And I'll get those things with other hops and other hop combinations for sure. The unique thing about this is how the apricot is like really interwoven. Like if you crossbred a mango with an apricot, like what that fruit would taste like. That's kind of like what I mean by this. So like the mango, yeah, but it's crossbred with the apricot. The peach, yeah, but it's crossbred with the apricot. And for me, I think that's helping explain the uniqueness of this beer and this hop in this beer. It's relatively dry. Yeah, there's this other thing. It's like spicy lemon, like maybe like a lemongrass tea or something. Um, does it drink like a beer? Yes. Is it delicious? This is really good. I don't know if like people have different scales, right? Like I would gladly drink this again. I'll put it that way. But like this is not the best treehouse beer I've ever had. This isn't the best beer I've had this week. Like it's nothing like that either. But like this is, I would say this is, yeah, this is very good. And then my third thing that I sometimes use as a crutch when reviewing New England style IPAs, double IPAs, is it unique? And it's pretty easy, like even with the juiciness, to get the first one with the, does it drink like a beer? Two, does it taste good? But the third one is a unique. Excuse me. You can get a lot of like paint by the numbers of this style. This has, it has that mouthfeel. It has some sweetness. The bitterness does not wait to kick in. Like make note of that. If you're just like want just juice, for me the bitterness kicks in. Like there's some sweetness up front, but it kicks in almost immediately. But the uniqueness, that can be the thing that's hard to achieve. And this has a uniqueness it's really piquing my interest and makes me want to keep drinking, because it's like, what are these things? They're again, I know I'm using this term adjacent, but a lot of the flavors in this are adjacent to the things I'm used to tasting. And not like in an off way, or like, is the fruit, not that this has fruit in it, but like, is it spoiled at this point? Like is it too ripe at this point? It's not like that. It's just when we're, drinking a beer like this or this style, and we're trying to describe what you're tasting, you're going to have a lot of different fruits inevitably with this style. That doesn't mean that what you're saying to describe it is exactly orange, exactly mango, whatever. So again, to beat this dead horse, it's just really challenging my perception of what those fruity flavors can be in this style. So I'm really appreciative of that. So I hope I'm doing this justice. Like, to me, this feels like a really good review, like one of my stronger reviews. But I'm wondering, like from a viewer point of view, if it does seem like a lot of rambling or whatever. But like, this beer is challenging me, and I think that's really cool. That's probably the best way to summarize this beer. I'm enjoying it, but it's also challenging me, and I think that's what's really piquing my interest about it. Thanks again, Michael, for sending it. I'm super curious what anyone has to say about it, but definitely you, Michael, so let me know what you thought of it. But definitely anyone who's had this beer before, comment section below. Let's get a conversation going. Once you're done doing that, make sure you check them out on Instagram and Untapped. It's No Hype Beer Reviews at both those places. So always please like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, imbibe. Cheers, everyone.